In the center right starting location, MLG Columbus, Ohio champion defeating Lucira. He is MMA. Oh wait, Dan, get ready. We're gonna hit the Zerg voice. Are you ready?
Okay. I'm really excited.
Yeah,
it's the first time.
All right. In the top center, we call him Professor T because he's so smart. He is.
I am nasty.
Ah!
That's so scary. I hope all the
really
Zergs
scary.
are eliminated this round. Oh my God, my heart's beating so fast.
It was much more cryptic than I expected it to be.
Oh my God. I'm so glad I'm not a Zerg and have to hear that in my head all the time.
It's pretty scary. All right, here comes.
You're gonna have to commentate this game. I have to go lay down. I need a cold cloth
I
for
need
my
a
head.
Xanax right now. I'm freaking out.
Oh my God.
All right, here comes the Overlord. He did spot the Wallen.
Gas build on this map. It's a huge, huge map. ST, in the meantime, of course, hatchery first.
Spawning pool on the way.
Yeah. And he went actually a nice and quick spawning pool. A lot of times on this map, people will make a couple drones even before making the spawning pool after a hatchery.
I think he realizes MMA is a tricky player to play against. Nesty wants to. I don't think Nesty wants to overmake drones in this because that's how. Well, that's kind of how MMA, or excuse me, that's how Nesty beat him last time.
Yep. And by the way, everyone, just in case you were wondering, the patch is not live on the Korean server. So these are.
Oh
still
yeah, I
on.
should have mentioned that.
These are still on the other patch.
Go, go, go!
So yeah, this will be the same kind of normal game you'd be seeing like before. Now, you know, one problem for MMA is this map is huge, man.
It's pretty big.
So, I mean, we got a bunker coming up here. Nesty knows.
Just a little harassment. ST setting down plenty of drones. ST does not screw around with bunkers, Tasteless. I wonder what he thinks about Lucira always losing his hatchery to a bunker. Because Nesty, when's the last time you saw him lose a hatchery to a bunker?
Well, we generally don't see Nesty lose games.
Let alone hatcheries.
Yeah.
The two are synonymous, though. Well,
All right.
we're going to see Reactor to Hellions plus Expand by MMA. Zerglings walking out,
Blaze
seeing what's what.
moving out, as you said. This is one of the older builds Terrans were using. We saw this several seasons ago.
And Nesty being a cool dude, making 2 more queens right now. No gas, 4 queen. He's going to have plenty of creep, and he's going to have plenty of queens to battle away Hellions.
I think that's probably one of the better openers to do on this map. You want to get as many creep tumors out as possible.
Yeah.
You want to have... Look, this is a map where if you can get the creep close to the Terran's base, even if they start to shoot down the creep tumors, it's like it takes so long for the creep to dissipate.
Yep.
It's pretty scary. And that's going to give Nesty the mobility to retreat and attack.
Nesty starting to double fist creep tumors, and oh, look at this.
Whoa! How the hell did both of those Hellions survive that?
I don't know.
That actually just happened. The Hellions actually went in there, got hit by everything, and left. They're like, this is painful. I don't want to be here.
Well, Hellions are not going to be much use this game, and in fact, he's not going to really make any more anyways. He's only got 4 out. That's all he wants. Just knowing that Nesty is prepared. And it is time for MMA to kind of transition into some normal play. Nesty right now making 10 drones. He's actually jumping way up in drones. He's going to be at 45 against just 26 of MMA. Nesty truly droning. Wow. You know, that's one of the beautiful things about going gas just so late is the amount that you can actually drone. You get an unfathomable amount of drones out if you're not getting gas, if you're just spending your minerals on queens for defense, perhaps a spine crawler he's made, and then all your larva on drones. And he's even making more drones now. This is absolutely insane. He's up to 49 drones against 28 SCVs. He's even making a macro hatch, not even making it at his third base, which is just so easy to take. It's just right there. But Nesty says, nuh-uh, I know where I'm making this.
You know what's interesting about this is I can guarantee you MMA expects him to make his third hatch at the expansion.
Yeah, you would
most
think
people,
so.
most people just assume.
You're like, well, it's just so close anyways.
Yeah,
but
why would he not do that? So this might throw MMA off if MMA doesn't realize this in time.
Yep. Nesty just spreading his creep absolutely everywhere right now. Some beautiful play going on. Speed is just about to finish. The Baneling Nest is going to finish same time as the Lair. He's even making a Spinecrawler in his main base. Just everything from Nesty is completely beautiful. MMA, on the other hand, going for a very quick drop here. Lings do have speed, though. There's a lot of Lings, especially with that extra hatch. I love the macro hatch chases. It makes you so safe.
MMA.
That's
okay,
actually something DRG does quite a bit as well. In his
yeah, he's going to. The MMA is assuming that Nesty's going to be taking his third, so he thinks his drop's going to be more effective than it might actually turn out to be.
Well, he's got the Hellions there to really help out, but one medevac already goes down, and in comes the Banelings.
Oh my God!
And Nesty says, "No, oh,
get out my house."
He is actually playing so well. Nesty's ZVT has truly improved since last season. He seems to have an amazing grasp on what he should be doing so far.
All right, Hellion drop over here. Now remember, those queens are going to be target firing the medevac. So he's got to be very careful. For those of you at home, always use the queens at the medevac while the other units attack.
Yes.
Because that applies so much pressure on them getting out. And there's always a chance you're going to shoot down that medevac when they're leaving, and that sucks for Terran.
Yep. Nesty just about ready to take that third base. Finally clearing out those destructible rocks. His upgrades are going. His Spire just finished up. He can easily make 7 mutas now if he likes. MMA, I'm like looking at what he has and what he's doing. He does have double engineering bay, but that's the only thing that I'm a big fan of that MMA has right now. You know, he's just sitting on the 2 base. He's got good saturation, sure. You know, he's got all the tech structures right now, and the double eBay is quite nice. But other than that, he doesn't have a ton going on like Nesty. Nesty right now, he's still ahead in drones, not as ahead as he was with 58 against 50 now. But I do suspect he will make some more as that third base finishes up.
You know, I think Nesty's creep slowed down just slightly. Am I incorrect about this?
Oh, we're actually
during the tech. Oh,
we're using a new
what?
version of Terminus Re. It's Terminus C now. Interesting.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's going around on his preview screen. I can actually see the difference now. Okay.
All right.
All right. Anyways, some heavy Spinecrawler going to go down. Yeah, the Spinecrawler, actually, I do like the one Spinecrawler pushing out because it makes it more difficult for Terrans to just move out and scan and kill the creep.
Yeah, and, you know, if Hellions are sitting around at the edge of the creep or something trying to stop it, that's really going to help out against that as well.
Yeah.
Nesty, just his defense is completely solid everywhere. His tech is doing very, very well. He's getting burrow even at the moment. MMA is going to be taking his 4th base pretty quick here.
Right, the Muta is now checking, saying, all right, is there an expansion here? No, not yet. Looks like MMA is planning on doing it by taking out the destructible debris.
Well, where is... Okay, he does have the armory, but he hasn't started his 2-2 yet, despite getting the quick double eBay. I would love to see him do that, though.
Nesty, meanwhile, out and about on the map. Those 2 additional queens really helping out here. I think we need to see more of this. Is the always having 2 extra queens?
Yeah, no, it's
because this
cool,
is
man.
So smart.
His creep spread's actually very good so far. You know, he's connected his main and his natural. He's got his 3rd completely connected. He's got creep going all over the place. Could be spreading a little bit better, but
that was close.
Not much that you can complain about here from Nesty. Will lose 1-2. Barely not through.
I'm actually surprised he engaged that like that. But he's going to get the medevac now, and this is going to result with him being much more dominant. Also, we haven't gotten a shot of it, but he has done a perfect job of having overlords over all the space areas, I guess you'd call them.
Yeah.
Basically the locations where you can't land Marines. So there's essentially no way for MMA to surprise Nesty right now. I mean, he's just controlling so much of the map.
And right now, Nesty is even burrowing in expansion spots that MMA is going to want to take. So just adding that extra annoyance and really knowing when his opponent's moving into that area. So we do have that 4th base going up for Nesty. It's almost can be called a slow 4th, but that's fine because his economy's been pretty solid against it.
He's actually going into the danger zone, Artosis.
Yeah, he is going in,
He's actually stepping into Nesty's creep area.
He is out in the wilderness like Bear Grylls right now, Tasteless, with these mutas. And they're going to have to be careful. Here come the Marines.
Nice escape, and he's going to get that add-on perfect. Get rid of those, the opportunity to make siege tanks, at least from that factory.
And they are trying to get out of here. This turret does take one out. But they will get out, and the mutas don't even have to drink their own urine, Tasteless. Much more effective than Bear Grylls.
Yeah, man. I love watching him do that kind of stuff on YouTube, these videos of him eating like a frog or whatever. Like, oh, Bear
Bites
Grylls.
a snake's head off. And yeah, it's pretty crazy.
All right.
2-2 is about to finish for MMA.
MMA, I got to say, is not very intimidated by Nesty in this game.
He's playing solid and steady.
I think most other Terran players would probably end up sitting back in their base. Be like, well, I think I can move out. But MMA is really trying. Ooh. Nice muta micro there, by the way.
Yeah, he does end up losing one, but does a good job. Now, Nesty is maxed out. He's starting to bank a lot. He's about to finish 2-2 as well. He's definitely going to want to wait for 2-2 before he does anything. Hive on the way. Pathogen glands on the way. When will he hit this army? I think he may hit it as soon as he hits 2-2. +2 carapace is done. Now he just needs to hit +2 melee, making 13 extra Banes as well, for a grand total of so many Banelings.
All right, he's going to engage. Here we go. The Marines splitting up, running down. Siege tanks doing a lot of damage, but there may very well be too many Banelings here. Oh my God.
Siege tanks
There was like
out,
one more perfect siege tank shot that got the final number of Banelings, and he's going to burrow here in the hopes that MMA will walk over to MMA. They caught a glimpse of them burrowing at the last second.
Well, Nesty has got to make something happen here, Tasteless. The Banelings just rolling in, hitting so many Marines. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
And the mutas will clean up everything now with these Zerglings.
For a split second there, I was pretty sure that Nesty was actually going to lose after having all those Banelings destroyed, but jeez, man.
You know, he had a lot of production saved up, just did it perfectly. Crushed that army on the second go. And Nesty up 50 supply at the moment. He's got those 4 bases. He's getting his greater spire. A lot of infestors popping out as well. And without a ton of siege tanks, infestors will rule the day.
All right, the medevacs moving out right now. And this is going to be interesting. Let's see here. We do have MMA taking his 4th base, and frankly, he's going to be Turtle for a while. I think when Broodlords come out, it's going to be a pretty big problem. Although Broodlords aren't as strong on this map as they are on some other maps.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, the Broodlords are out there. If you can take out their ground forces and get under the Broodlords, Zerg's in trouble once again.
You know, he'll probably end up doing a Broodlord Infestor type push. You know, trying to make tanks unsiege so that his Infestors can go in and do some damage. Now, MMA, I am looking around absolutely everywhere. He's sitting at 2-2, hasn't started his upgrades yet, and there is just no Ghost Academy anywhere. So he's going to try to battle this unit composition with Viking, Siege Tank, Thor, Marine Medevac. And, I mean, you can last for a certain amount of time, but without Ghosts, it can become pretty scary.
Yeah, I mean, Vikings are good, but the problem is that Corruptors are basically better than Vikings.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's...
And without EMPs, Infestors are going to be pretty frightening as well.
So, Nesty now taking another base over here on the far left side of the map, as you can see.
MMA is floating down to take his 5th. He already took that 4th, as we saw.
Nesty does not seem to have a lot of intel about the bottom right side of the map. Looks like he's sending some Zerglings down there now. Nesty about a few seconds away from being maxed out here.
Thor shooting his missiles angrily.
Now MMA's at 160 supplies, so if Nesty waits any longer to attack, there should be a few more minutes before he can actually do this. Wow, I guess Marines just do not die. Did you see that?
Yep.
That was actually pretty funny.
2-2 against 2-2, sitting on that ramp with combat shields, stimming the medvac.
Whoa! 5 mutas killed.
And even so, Nesty actually won't care that much because he's remaxing with just better units, basically. Right now, he does have, well, he will have 7 Broodlords in a moment. Good number of Corruptors as well, sitting at 5, with a few more making. 4 Infestors out. 80 drones against 66 SCVs. And Nesty's going to have to start pushing, man. Even though MVP is a bit behind, you know, he's taking extra bases. MMA is not giving up here at all. He is just continuing to drop and harass. Nesty is actually having a hard time with the 5th base, just sitting at 4. And you can't just sit at 4, because right now MMA has just taken his 5th.
Tell me if I'm wrong, Artosis, because you know more about Zerg. You're the Zerg expert of the two of us. Do you feel like Nesty really utilized the situation after he won that battle in the middle of the map? Is this the best he could have done? I feel like he wasn't quite dominating the map.
It's a really good question. The one thing that I would say could have been better, but hold the phone, this is actually really important. But Tasteless, the one thing I really feel like he could have done better is take that big flock of Mutalisks and just go in the main base of his opponent, keep him really busy.
Yeah.
Instead, he kind of just lost them randomly, which is not as big a deal as it looks, but it's a pretty big deal. Well, Nesty losing that base is a huge deal indeed. His creep spread just kind of stopped after a certain distance.
God, look how good Broodlings are. I love Broodlings in this game.
Yeah, they're really cool. Much better than StarCraft 1.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And a ton of damage being done. These Broodlords do have 1-1, and of course the melee upgrades go to the Broodlings, so they have 3 armor and 2 attack.
All right, they're continuing to come out now, and I don't know if there's enough here for MMA. I think he really needed ghosts here. The sheer number, though, of Broodlords, I mean, that would have to have been a lot of ghosts coming out. Counterattack coming up here. Basically, MMA is saying he could probably survive if he gets pushed back into his main, but meanwhile, he just has to have a separate force scrambling to move around the map to try to kill off anything and everything that Nesty is they're going to try to expand.
Well, there are some ghosts out. He is making more as well, so he's going to try to fall back to that and become super cost efficient. What he's going to have to do is decide, what do I snipe, what do I EMP, because it seems like Nesty just has enough that the ghost numbers are not high enough to actually stop this.
There's so many Corruptors and so many Broodlords. I think that actually this should be GG.
Yeah,
I don't think you can actually stop this force.
And a nice EMP does go off on some Infestors. Some more snipes as well. Trying to hurt the Corruptors. Realizing that his Vikings are going to need to have a path cleared. And MMA is looking pretty dead, Tasteless.
Yeah, this is pretty ugly. He says, there's not much else to say, guys. I mean, if he doesn't stop all these Broodlords, this game's going to end.
Ghosts are actually doing a very nice job, but the Broodling count is just insane right now.
There's actually just too many Broodlings out at any one given point in time. And although Nesty doesn't have the amazing economy, if you get to the Terran production facilities and just start to destroy them, that's the end of the game.
Yep. So it looks like Nesty is going to take this one, Tasteless. Very well played by both players. Nesty showing why he's Nesty.
Well, and Nesty really utilized the map. I love the openers where he got this 2 queens. 2 additional queens, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, he just played really, really well. And I think right now MMA is starting to realize, oh my god, you know what? Actually, even if Nesty stopped making units for the rest of this game, you still would not be able to stop all these Broodlords.
Yeah. Totally true. And I'm sure we'll be seeing a GG at any second here.
Well, he's about to get knocked into the negative with supply.
He's actually even making barracks at his 3rd base, but I mean, at this point, it's quite obvious that nothing in the world can actually stop all these Broodlords. They're just there. I mean, he's going to make Marines. He's making a Thor right now, but that's the extent of his tech tree.
I don't know what to say. These Broodlords will eventually move around the map and destroy everything.
You know, he has a lot of money banked up. I think what he's thinking here is, well, if these Broodlords don't come over here right away, I might be able to get
Like,
some done.
just in case Nesty doesn't realize.
Yeah,
Didn't realize.
if he can actually get a nice big clump of Marines, just stim and run under and try to kill the Broodlords. But, I mean, this is an obvious timing for Nesty. He knows to just walk down here, kill everything before the Marine numbers can get anywhere, because he is in red supply anyways.
Yeah, the funny thing for the Planetary is even though the Planetary can shoot down so many Broodlords, the moment that one Broodlord gets its first touch, it does its damage. So essentially, one Broodlord can always destroy a Planetary. It'll eventually chisel away at it. And the only other location really left on the map is the upper right, which of course Nesty is going to be more than aware of.
And 54 supply to 151. Of course, Nesty not mining that much, just finally got another base up to mine from. So he's mining from 2 bases.
Oh no! Oh, he didn't save exactly. And Marine's nice. Doesn't the Thor look funny when it's picked up?
Yeah.
And it goes into fetal position, it flies around.
Tucks its legs up.
Yeah.
It's like one of those terrible movies where the guy is hanging on it to a helicopter at the end, and it goes near all the buildings, and he has to like run up the sides of buildings while he holds the rope to the helicopter.
Oh yeah.
That's what it's like, Tasteless.
Well, no offense to MMA. I don't know why he's still in the game, guys. I'm sorry. MMA is actually so dead.
Yeah.
You
may may be thinking, oh, maybe Nesty doesn't have anything else.
Yeah, maybe he thinks Nesty's mined out or something.
Yeah,
but actually, from our angle, we can actually see there's literally just no way at all.
You know, if it was a lesser Zerg who went in the wrong direction and stuff, maybe MMA can figure
The
something
odds
out.
of an elephant coming into the studio and killing us is more likely than him recovering from this game.
Well said, Tasteless. But elephants are very dangerous.
They are,
And if
man.
I was an elephant, so I'd be very angry. Very angry.
Elephants are actually impressive creatures, man.
They are. If an elephant came in here to kill us, I guarantee it would be the one I rode in Thailand. That thing was evil.
Oh, yeah, when I went to
That
Thailand,
was
I rode an
evil
elephant,
incarnate.
too. Oh, look at the store. Nobody cares about you, Thor. 2 of the Marines. It's like, hang on. It's like the only Terran unit left on the map. GG.
So Nesty really showing a ton of skill here. I was a little bit worried looking at this group. I'm like, Nada's going to probably be Keem, and MMA might take out Nesty, and then what happens?
Well, if there's a Terran that could take out Nesty, it was him. And there's the IM coach going on there. And, I don't think there was much that MMA could have done better in that game. When I watched him play.
He did play very well.
Yeah, he did.
But Nesty, actually just showed us God mode.
I know.
He's like, you want to see God mode? I'm like, yeah.
Nesty
He's like,
had,
all right.
Like white lights coming out of his eyes, and he was floating off the ground. And it was like one of those. It's like when you see a fight in Tekken, and there's energy coming out of the ground. That's what it was like. I don't know why. No offense to me, I don't know why he stayed in that game that long. There was actually.
I think he had killed so many hatcheries. He's like, well, Nesty has to be mined out, right?
I know.
And
maybe.
the thing is, he almost was. He took that third base really, really, really late. So it lasts a little bit longer. Some interesting little things in there. I understand why he didn't leave. I'm good with it. I'm at peace with it.
I love the start of the game especially. We got to see just how well Nesty can identify what's going on the map and what he needs to do. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I like the 4-queen opener. I would encourage you guys to try that out as well. It just allows you to get the creep out. Also note that one spine crawler that he has that he basically parks in the
That's
front
what
of
does
the creep.
the damage.
Yeah. Because that just stops Terran from doing the stuff where they send out 2 Hellions, scan, kill 4 or 5 creep tumors, and then leave. The spine crawler basically acts as a deterrent.
Yep. So, our next match, Tasteless, after our break, will be Nesty against Nada. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Pretty sick.
I think MMA has a better chance of beating somebody like
Nada.
Nada.
Well, Nesty
excuse me. Actually, that's not what I meant to say. I meant to say.
I just put words in your mouth.
Yeah. What I actually meant to say.
Artosis.
I think Nesty, or rather, MMA had a better chance of beating Nada than. I think he has a better chance of beating Nesty than Nada does. I mean, Nada's really good, but I think actually MMA.
Yeah,
might be slightly
I
better.
feel like MMA is better than Nada. I think that's pretty fair. I think his best is he plays up to that level. I don't know. This is actually I'm getting myself into a hole here because Nada's the most consistent, But MMA has some amazing games.
We'll be right back after this 5-minute break, so don't go too far away. This is the GSM.